Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Peeves Podcast, episode number 27. I'm on location at the Garage Mic Studios. I have my return guest, Mr. Victor Martinez Jr. What's going on, Victor?
Hello, Albert. Thank you for having me on, man. I'm glad we could actually be in person.
Yeah. The last episode we did together over the phone through Anchor, and it was wild.
How far away were we?
Oh, we were 2,000 miles away from each other, trying to make that shit work.
You were in Chicago?
Yeah, I was in my I was sitting on my bed in Crown Point, Indiana, which is outside of Chicago, and you were doing
I was
Uber Eats or Postmates or some shit.
Eating something.
So it's like episode number,
and that feels like a long time ago.
It was a long ass time ago. I'm going to look it up real quick. And I just realized that I was just advertising on Facebook that this is episode number 26. It's not. It's episode 27. We did 26 with Roger last night.
I feel like you should have had a lot more by now, dude.
Oh, I should have, but I took like a long ass break, like 6, 7, 8, 9 months, something like that.
Like what number was I? Number
I'm trying to find right now.
Shit?
You were number.
Because you already had a couple.
I was on a roll. I was doing a lot of them, and then they kind of put on pause. You were number 12, and that was back in. I don't know when. Hang on, I'm just about to start playing. I don't want to do that.
12. So this is like 10 episodes and. Couple years later, and we're finally got you in a physical place.
Yeah, this is way better, man.
It won't be cutting out over the phone.
Won't be cutting out. It won't be all crackly. It won't be hard for people to hear. It's going to be dope. I'm glad to be here. And this garage mic for a studio would just be sick to be able to have something like this. But I do it out of my living room in Inglewood, and it turns out all right. You could hear the airplanes over the head, but fuck it. We're good.
Like I said, man, if you want to make this your home for the Pet Peeves podcast, you can. Just let me know when you want to.
That's hard, man. One of the big parts of doing the podcast that I like is that I could do it from home. I don't gotta leave anywhere. It's not like doing an open mic where I gotta leave and fucking drive and shit. Podcast, people come over, we chill, we eat pizza, we drink beer, we talk about animals. It's the shit. We come over, and then the beauty of it is in my place I have pets, so it's automatic conversation starter in the animal world.
Oh yeah, that's right. What do you have?
I have a dog, a cat, a bearded dragon, a beta fish. So it's like...
That shit doesn't even sound real. You have a bearded dragon?
I have myself a bearded fucking dragon. Roger was super happy to meet him.
Aren't those the ones that shoot blood when they're upset?
No, you're talking about some other shit. No,
yeah, whenever it's pissed off, it shoots blood out of its face.
Not that I know of. I mean...
I'm thinking of another animal.
I've only had the bearded dragon for a little while, but so far he hasn't spit any blood at anybody.
You're a vet. You should know about that animal.
Yeah, but I don't know anything about bearded dragons. You know what I mean? Like, I learned about dogs and cats, and at the most, look, check it out. This is us with Roger last night.
Aw, yeah, see that one right there?
It's a baby bearded. He's only 7 months old.
Those fictional little animals they use for holes. Remember that Shia LaBeouf movie?
Yeah, the whatever that were jumping around in the holes with Shia LaBeouf.
A million times.
You know what's crazy? I was teaching high school last year, and we used that book as like for our English class for teaching seniors like how to read and literature and shit.
You know what? I remember the first time we read it. It was like in 3rd grade. And it was like an introduction to very large concepts.
Yeah, for sure.
They have interracial dating.
Oh, yeah.
They have a trans person. They have...
That's right. They were ahead of the time.
What else? Bullying,
yeah.
Prison.
Racism, prison system, child labor system shit. Like fucked up families, you know, people were adopted. Then they had like voodoo, and then they had like the whole spin on it that it was like from a curse, you know. So there's like Haitian voodoo involved for some reason. Heck yeah, dude.
It's been a while.
No, it was a great book, great movie. I haven't read that many books recently, and that's probably one of the books I've read in the last 4 years, 2 years, something like that. Audiobooks.
That's where it's at, dude.
No doubt. I like audiobooks. I listen to them in the car, but mostly podcasts.
I just finished War of the Worlds.
No shit.
What's that? It's an L. Ron Hubbard book.
I don't know it.
I don't feel like being
the Scientology guy.
Yeah, and that's like part of the reason I liked it, because like he's a crazy dude.
Hell yeah,
I'd never be a Scientologist.
Liar.
But I just want to talk to them.
Yeah,
you know? Like I just want to talk to them. Like,
just tell me your
crazy?
Ideas.
You know?
Uh-huh.
It's pretty interesting.
No, I'm definitely interested. Every time I walk by a Scientology building and they have those like people standing outside, I'm always waiting for one of them to call me in and be like, "You're the chosen one."
I feel pretty good about it. You know, like I know I can't be swept into it. I know I don't believe into it.
Yeah, you're not.
But I just want to understand everything about it. You know, I want to learn like any other religion. I like the idea of all their different teachings and shit like that. Like it's good to just, you know, read up on all of them.
Yeah, I'm not against it. Nothing in their religion
but keep perspective and know that it is pretty crazy.
No shit.
It is pretty crazy. And
Yeah,
I never
no,
pay
everybody
for
knows
that
that.
shit either. That's the worst part. They make you fucking pay.
Do they? Hell no.
Scientologists are
Oh,
all
that's
about
yeah,
money.
because that's why rich people tend to be Scientologists because they
sue
can
people.
afford, and they're very litigious.
all that
shit. All
So-
right. You know what we got to do now, right? We got to
gotta do?
stem over to the Pet Peeves podcast topics.
All right, you do it.
Well, the only topic really I have is how do you feel about eating animals? You feel it's morally wrong? You're okay with it?
I let someone else someone else cook it.
What do you
but
mean?
I would eat it.
What about killing it?
Killing it, I could watch it be killed.
Could you do it with your own hands?
If I had to.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that for fun. I'd feel bad. If an animal was sick, I could kill it. I've never had to. Oh, you know what? I did kill a bunny one time, and I felt really bad about
Yeah,
it.
was it like a BB gun situation?
It might not have died. Okay, so yes, it was a BB gun. It was a pump little BB gun. I was at my sister's house in Texas out in the fields. And I aimed at it, and I just shot because I didn't think I'd hit it. You know, you aim at something
That
like,
Bart
I'm not going to
Simpson
hit
shit?
this. I'm not going to hit
Uh-oh.
this. Oh, shit. Oh, well, that's kind of perfect timing. I'm almost done with this. Okay, so.
Here.
The
The Garage Mike Studios, we're having...
thing just
we're,
fell
we're
on me.
fine. The arm fell. We don't
This
need
was
it.
the bunny's
Revenge.
ghost coming at me. Here, you have free hands. Finish that blunt. So, yeah, I shoot at it, and I hit it. And it flips over. It does like a fucking theatrical thematic flip, and it lands dead in the spot where I shot it.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
And then I felt bad, and I ran inside with the gun, and I tell my sister, I'm like, I killed it. I didn't mean to. Like, I didn't think I'd hit it. I was just fucking around. And they're like, why'd you do that? You have to eat it now, or else this is a sin or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So we go outside, and it's not there.
What?
So either I didn't kill it and it ran off immediately, or something came up and picked it up.
Right.
Like,
A hawk or a coyote or a dog or a cat or something.
I could see either of those things happening.
This is growing up in what part of Texas are you from?
I'm from Arlington, Texas.
Okay.
The DFW area in general.
Okay.
So
Fort Worth?
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, Fort Worth? That's a DFW?
Mhm.
Yeah, I was just out there not too long ago for some work shit. So that's the only reason why I know what DFW stands for. And then there's like the airport or something, right? There's an airport over there?
Yeah, it's like anything you see on, King of the Hill or whatever.
Right.
Or
That's exactly what it
Walker,
makes me
Texas
think of.
Ranger.
Exactly.
So, it really is a mixture between Walker, Texas Ranger, and King of the Hill. It really was that growing up.
Yeah, but I
And,
think that like that situation you had where you kill an animal when you're young with a BB gun,
Right.
a lot of people go through that, and it's like a lesson. Like I remember when I was
I
first,
felt bad.
yeah, I was first hanging out with kids that had BB guns, but I was already like in middle school. When I was a little kid, when I was real young, I didn't hang out with anybody that had BB guns. But when I got a little older, I did, and I was shooting birds in my friend's backyard, and I felt really guilty. I felt like really guilty when I saw them die, and I was like, man, this is not for me. Hunting is not for me.
As I didn't do it properly. If I had like really set out to kill it and I had been prepared to, then maybe I would have taken that better. And if I knew how to like eat it, I would have. But that's the only thing I didn't like about it was that it was kind of a waste.
Yeah, I think
And
that's the
was
big
just
thing. You're
fucking
killing it for no
around.
reason, for fun. Like,
That's
you
the
can't kill
worst
for
type-
fun.
That's not good. It's like eating just for boredom.
Yeah,
It's-
that's
it's
just like that.
Fucked up.
This is what we were talking about. A couple of things. Number one, you're like the third person I've talked to that had like I killed an animal even though I shot at it and I expect to kill it situation. And it reminds me of that Simpsons episode where Bart kills the bird and feels real guilty about it and doesn't want to tell his mom he's borrowing Nelson's BB gun. Not a Simpsons fan?
No.
Well,
I
fuck you.
have Disney Plus.
Yeah, me too. And all I watch is old Simpsons episodes.
And I try to get into it. And I'll be high as shit. I'm like, all right, I can enjoy this. And I sit down and I just don't enjoy it. Like,
You gotta watch the old seasons. You can't watch the new one.
The plots are interesting, I guess. But it's like watching white people. It's like why I don't watch Friends, you know? I just like, even though they're yellow, I know these are white people.
No, you're not wrong.
You know?
It's just that I grew up with them. It's like I grew up with other
It's like
ethnicity
watching,
families on TV.
Yeah, I just couldn't relate enough because
I
there's
feel
not
that.
like maybe if they had more family and
can
like
feel that.
they were a bit more ethnic
With any kind of ethnic diversity in the neighborhood, Springfield.
There's no Mexicans in Springfield.
This is crazy, but you're right. No, there's the Bumblebee
like
Man,
2 of
super
them.
racist character.
That's fucked up. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, fuck the Simpsons.
I'll never watch it again.
There's
You're
2
right.
Mexicans in the Simpsons.
Right,
fuck
Arturo?
that shit.
We got a guest. We got one podcast guest right now. Arturo, just met him. What's your last name?
Hey, he's subscribing right now.
Mendoza? Raygoza.
He's funny
Arturo,
too.
check out the podcast, Pet Peeves Podcast. This is
Go
episode number
subscribe.
27. Go subscribe.
On
Follow on
all the
Instagram.
shit.
Follow on Twitter. You can find the podcast on Twitter
Everywhere
at Pet
it's
Peeves
free.
Podcast or at Pet Peeves Pod on Twitter and at Pet Peeves Podcast on Instagram. You can find them right now. You can find me, and we'll plug all that shit at the end. That's further towards the end. But anyway, killing animals for food, I feel like is normal. Everybody can get with that. But killing animals for fun, I think you just need to have more respect. Like this is what we talked about with Roger Lopez yesterday. So if you listen to the previous podcast, this is a returning topic. Just that we should be more responsible with our kills and that people should eat less meat and eat more vegetables, not for the both for the less animal killing, but also for health reasons. Like people would be a lot more healthy if they ate less meat and more vegetables and fruits and shit like that.
I'm trying not to have the vegetables be fried.
Right,
God
right, man.
damn
Fried
it,
zucchini,
dude.
deep fried mushrooms, like that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking, yeah, you gotta bake them. You gotta steam them.
You have to grease it, and grease is just like literally fat of a goddamn animal.
We got nothing to drink. I'm about to drink one of the
You want
warm
some of
ass
my water?
beers. No,
Well, then yeah, you could have one of those beers. No, there's a beer right behind you.
You could give me one of those old warm Tecates that are right behind you.
And they're sealed. They're fine. They're right here on the wall.
Right there on the wall,
Arturo.
under the doors.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
man. So we just found these old beers in the garage, and we're gonna drink them.
You're gonna drink
because
I have my lemon lime water.
This is Garage Mike, and you do Garage Mike type shit. Man, I was gonna mention something else, podcast related, pet podcast, that you have a dumpster out there where somebody's feeding cats. Somebody put their cat food out there.
Dude, you're a fucking vet. I should have taken a picture of it today. There was a dead cat out there.
Why would I want to see that?
I don't know. Maybe you could have told me how it died.
If it lives in the alley, natural causes.
Is there
Natural
like a
alley
vet
causes.
CSI?
I mean, I'm sure I could narrow down a couple of options, but in reality, it's probably it got hit by a car or it had some fucking disease that inevitably killed it.
That's a skit right there, all right? Remember that for
CSI
later.
for pets?
Pet CSI, just like every random ass dead animal you see, we just like pull up in a van.
We could.
And look for
That'd be
semen.
hilarious. Look for semen.
Fingerprints.
Semen first. Dog semen or human semen?
See if the animal's raped.
Oh, Jesus.
Try to figure out how
Take
long
a
ago
rape
it
kit.
died.
And then we start questioning the animals in the area.
And then it becomes the first
Shakedowns.
48. Because, we got to figure out who killed this thing. Otherwise,
That's hilarious.
there's no justice in the animal system.
No, there was a dead cat outside of my apartment the other day. Me and my wife are animal lovers, so we develop relationships with the cats that we see all the time because they're always the same. There's always two gray ones, 2 black ones, and then a calico, and we just
Listen,
we give them names and shit. We're goofy like that.
I respect cats, but I'd keep my distance.
I don't fuck with
I don't
them
even
if
look
don't
them in
have
the
to.
eyes. I think it's bad luck if a cat looks me in the eyes.
No, man. If you
Why'd you do that? Damn it! Now I'm gonna think about that all day. They can see into your soul.
No, they're deep.
The Egyptians worship them for a
It's
reason.
gods. Yeah.
They stare into corners where there's nothing at.
No, cats are special. They're not like dogs, but they're still pets. I mean, I got a lot. I don't have too many conspiracy theories on cats, but they're definitely different from dogs and their personality.
It's like they look at you like they know they're better.
That's a big part of it. They feel superior.
They're not domesticated.
They probably remember Cleopatra treating them like a goddess. That's in their DNA.
Yeah.
And they're hunters. They're not bitches. They're not scavengers. They hunt and they kill. Like we're just talking about how we're all bitches. We go to Vaughn's.
They're good at it.
Yeah, they got claws, dude.
They're
real live
designed
Wolverines.
for it. Their fur is designed to they're literally ninjas.
Hell yeah,
So they can
they're
move
little ninjas.
quietly.
Can't
all
hear
their
'em.
bones don't crack.
And they're
so
cute,
brittle.
so you don't expect them to be murderers.
They are very cute.
That's the problem, man. They're soft, and my cat's fur is so soft. And it's like, man, if I didn't know you were a killer, because you can't see the claws, you can't see the sharp teeth. All you see is this fur ball.
And it's not just
She's a killer.
And those things are actually functional. Like the whiskers, it's functional. That they use that right for
It's like an antenna. They can feel air currents with their whiskers. Check this out. I read this in a book. I read that the air current changes around corners, right? If there's an animal on the other side of the corner. So the cat's whiskers will be able to tell if there's an animal around a corner.
God damn it.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay, so the thing that I read, that's way more advanced than what I read. I read that if a cat is about to crawl into a space, it tests the width with its whiskers, and if its whiskers touch the walls, it knows it can't fit.
Yeah, I never heard that. I just learned something new. Yeah, they use them as antennas for like guides and measurements, and they also.
Do they have like a sixth sense? They know something's about to happen. That's almost
sort
like
of,
what that
yeah,
sounds
man. That's like a spider
that's like
sense.
A spider sense. Is
Hell yeah,
because like they know when something's coming. They can almost see around corners.
Right, exactly. That's something that we can't fathom.
Like so, when a cat stops and like looks around, like that's what I look like. What is it? What is it? You know, you got to look to animals like they usually know when earthquakes,
storms, bad weather,
about to have a heart attack,
when people are having like low blood sugar, about to have a seizure, all that.
They know.
They could smell the change in your blood. They could smell the change in your blood.
Cancer.
Oh, the cat whisker myth that people ask me about all the time is if you shave off a cat's whiskers, will they fall over or not be able to walk? And it's true that they lose their equilibrium if you shave off like one side of their whiskers and leave the other side, that they have no balance or
it's the same
lack
thing
of
with
balance.
The tail. More so with the tail.
The tail helps them with balance too, but some cats don't have tails. Bobcats don't have tails.
See, I like the cats that don't have tails and have no fur. You know,
those ugly ass bald cats, those sphinxes cats.
Mr. Bigglesworth.
Mr. Bigglesworth. Ew, those are ugly.
I want one so bad.
I've met some in real life, and they're cool. And I can't say that they're gross or anything, but I do not find them attractive. I like fur.
Mostly, like 18 hours a day, something like that, crazy. And
so
they're
just
super duper chill, and they don't have fur at all. So you have to bathe them a certain way and like milk. They can't go out to the sun; they will burn.
That's it. They'll get sunburns, dude. I don't want that.
That's like a hermit cat. That's fucking
some
awesome.
people are
I'd
addicted to that
smoke
shit.
in its face. I'd give it catnip 24/7.
You're one of those people. We talk about that on the podcast a lot. People who get their pets high. It's like you
constantly.
As
much as I get
that's
high.
pet abuse.
How is that abuse?
Because they don't want to smoke your weed.
They don't want to. It would let me know if it didn't want to, and I could tell.
That's what everybody says. That's what all the potheads say. My dog loves it when I get him high. Like, all right, sure.
I blew weed smoke in a dog's face and it cried, and I was like, you know what, this is wrong.
If your dog has like cancer or something and it's suffering and your dog's dying, kidney failure, tumors, then give it fucking weed and get a CBD. CBD I'm comfortable with. Even if your dog eats like weed brownies and they get all stony, I'm sure they like it like we do. Especially if they're sick.
And they need it because they're all inbred.
Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Genetics defects.
A lot of them. That's why they get the cancer.
No, all of them. Every single dog you look at is an inbred.
Well, if it came from a purebred, then it probably came from an inbred.
They're all inbred.
If you got a bunch of street dogs, some of them are probably
humans.
Where are you talking about? Here in America, maybe.
All right, so the original, what a dog was a wolf.
Mm.
And they took two brother or sister wolves, and they made them fuck, and then they had like a little fucked up baby.
Not necessarily, dude.
This is exactly what they did. What do you mean? Not
why wouldn't they
get
two? If they had two wolves, if they had an abundance of wolves, why would they make the family ones, the ones that are family, fuck each other? Why wouldn't they get two from two different families?
That's what genetics do. Whenever you keep them together like that, you get defects.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm saying if you're
supposed to do it,
if we're doing the genetic modification, why would we choose within a family line?
We want them to be cute. We wanted them to be defected in the way we choose.
So you're talking about like pugs and fucking animals with
every breed of dog is designed.
Sure.
And they were designed by choosing
certain characteristics
of two inbred fucked up dogs.
Yeah, most of the time.
Because
yes, but not all the time.
From how you get a Chihuahua from a wolf is sister fucking and brother fucking and cousin fucking.
Not necessarily.
And
you could just
the
have
babies and like this one's got 3 eyes and this one's really tiny. Okay, good. Get the two tiny fucked up babies, make them have a baby.
Yeah.
And then finally, but at the very end, you're right. At the very end, then you switch it back to normal. So then
to regular fucking, so they can make more
family fucking once you have the version you want.
That's exactly what it is.
And
once they've created a new species that they're happy with,
like, stop cousin fucking, and now make a normal. Now
find
we
one
have
from another line,
and now we
push
have
that,
and that's it, and that's how you have, and now that's what you call.
That's what I'm saying. If you have like a mutt and another mutt, and you breed them together, like that's hardly inbreeding. You know what I mean? At this point,
but it's the base of inbreeding.
You could say the same thing about people. What about people? Is there such thing as a purebred anymore?
Well, whenever a person inbreeds, I mean, I don't know. I don't think
I'm
everyone's...
not talking about that.
I don't think that everyone's the product of inbreeding, though.
No, I'm saying like if you go back and
because
back
there's
and back
no
and back.
original human, unless there was like a fucking, you know, those people think that like giants or gods or whatever like that.
That existed a long time ago.
Maybe that, and then we're inbred gods, and that's what humans are. Something like that.
Yeah,
that could be. I could see
default, and we just like outbred them. And
Shih
that's
Tzu
like
gods.
It could be us. The pugs.
I could see that.
The chihuahuas. I could be a chihuahua human.
That's what people are.
That's crazy. We just cracked it. What'd you think,
that.
Arturo? Yeah. The genetic code has been cracked.
Oh shit! No, we can't. We can't talk dog human peoples.
Dogs and people.
Teeth.
No,
canines.
hearing, smelling, something like that. Smelling,
no, that
hearing.
would be too much. You'd want to it would be just too much. You see?
Yeah, I don't want to smell everybody's asshole from here. I'd be able to smell everybody's asshole from here. And everything would be loud as shit.
It's overwhelming.
So then what would you actually
want? I wouldn't want to be a dog. I wouldn't want anything of a dog.
I would just take the red.
Those are weird.
Just the red lipstick penis.
Weird.
Scaring people. Yeah. That's gross.
Are all dogs uncircumcised then? Is that what that
Nobody
is?
circumcises their dog. That's gross.
The red shit would be out all day.
No,
that's what circumcised is.
We have to push dogs' penises back in. Like some dogs' dicks will get stuck out, and we have to put lube and push them back in, and they'll keep coming out, and they have to like suture it. We have to do that shit to horses too. Yeah. Yeah, man, we have to. We have to do all kinds of crazy shit. I've seen doctors have to like jerk off dogs to get their semen.
You jerk off a dog.
I've never had to do it. I've never had to do it. I'm not lying. I would do it. I don't give a shit.
Cut dogs' balls off.
I've never cut a dog's balls off either. We're getting a call. Who is that? It's Roger Lopez. We're having our first caller in.
Oh shit, Roger! You.
Hey, Roger. Up.
You're live on the Pet Peeves podcast.
You are live on the Pet Peeves podcast. You got to put the mic up.
Yo, guys, I'm pulling up with some tequila. I'll see you guys soon. I got some weed too.
We're never gonna hear this. It's not coming up.
You better hurry.
Yeah, I'm on the way.
All right, Roger's on his way.
Just to say you're bringing the party. Okay, he's gone.
Nice. Okay, that was the previous guest.
Tequila and weed.
No, nice.
Hey guys, I'm bringing tequila and weed. All right, good to hear from you, Roger. We'll see you when you get here.
We have good friends. Here. Okay, so what the fuck were we talking about? Oh yeah, if we dogs and human breeding together. I mean, I guess I would just take their strength, their fucking.
Well, China's already
stamina.
Doing that. China's doing that.
Breeding humans and animals.
They're doing it.
They've been doing it with chimps.
Dog hybrids.
Whatever. That's so retarded.
For the army.
I don't want that shit.
They jump far.
Run fast.
And they know everyone's asshole.
And they greet each other by sniffing each other's assholes. That's how you tell one dog soldier from a non-dog soldier.
And they have Wi-Fi too.
They're gonna have cat soldiers too, and they're just gonna give everybody the finger all the time. They're gonna be all catty. Fuck you, ninjas. Would you rather be half cat or half dog?
Okay, so what's up with cat eyes? Why are they like that?
What do you mean?
Can they see into other dimensions?
I don't think so. Unless I'm wrong. I could be wrong. The thing about animals is they can't talk, right? So we don't know shit.
Are you sure? Do you ever try to talk to animals?
I talk to them with my mind, with my hands.
But
I talk to them.
Just like when you're alone, you're like, yo.
Yeah, every time.
Every time?
I know you can talk.
As a vet?
I've been in so many situations where I'm talking to a dog.
Go ahead.
I'm a vet tech. Don't get the audience confused. I'm not a doctor. It's like an animal nurse. I'm a teacher. I teach at a college. I teach veterinary assistant course, and I've been a vet tech for 15 years. I'm a licensed registered vet technician in the state of California. And that would be doper. That's what I'm gonna start telling people.
Technical vet,
a veterinary,
IT tech vet,
engineer, AI robot, DARPA. Hell yeah, DARPA. Oh no, you're talking about the robot dogs for kids, the toys. Yeah, but you're talking about like Fido, the fucking those things were cool too.
Yeah.
Like you could talk to it, out to come, it would scoot over.
It had music on it. I remember that thing. That was pretty dope.
That thing was cool. And you know those smart dogs, they have them in old folks' homes, and they actually make old people like have less stress and less depression. It makes them having a companion. The old people get attached to the robot dogs. Isn't that fucking crazy? Old people just need anybody to come visit them, and people don't do it.
See, when I get that age, man, I'm gonna put it in my will.
What? Let me go?
Kill me.
Yeah.
I gotta figure
cyanide pill.
Yeah, something. Like, if I'm not that sharp anymore, like, why are you doing this? God damn it, you just like seeing me and shit?
Yeah, I
Like
don't
I'm
like
a
you that
fucking
much. Let me go.
photo?
The only one that, I feel at the end it'll just be me and my wife. That's all I
You
imagine.
tell her, like,
No,
babe,
she'd never like pull the plug on me. She never would, but I might tell her to. Like, just pull it. No
Yeah,
one's
made an
here. I
agreement.
forgive you. You're
that's
next.
real shit.
I'll pull her plug. No, I'm kidding.
But that's
I'm
love,
kidding.
though, because you love her.
I do love her, and I would do whatever she asked me to. If she wanted me to pull the
That's
plug on
right,
her, I would.
see,
If she didn't want me to, I wouldn't.
There you go. That's how you twist it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drink to that.
Mm-hmm. Here's the beer's not bad. Whatever, it's Tecate.
It's only 3 weeks old.
Yeah, when we got it, it wasn't brand new. It came in a box.
And, it gets pretty cold at night, so it's like being in a fridge.
Yeah, and then it gets hot in the day. That's the worst kind of beer. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold.
Beer's not good.
No, it's not good. Anyway, I was mentioning the alley cat feeding. I think that's a terrible idea for all you listeners out there. Do not feed your alley cats. There's too many of them.
Don't feed the cats.
Don't feed them. If they have no food, they can't live. And
if
that's
they
a
look at
hard...
you and they beg,
Don't feed them.
don't. I don't.
Don't feed them.
I know
I'm not
these
saying
cats.
kill them. I'm not
I
saying
look at
kill
them
them.
every day, and I'm like,
I'm saying
what?
don't feed them.
It tells me, it's like, meow. I'm like, you feed me, cat. And sometimes they bring little toys.
Yeah, no.
The cat, it's really kind of cute.
I love cats.
They bring dead mice.
I told
to
you
the
I make
door.
friends with all the cats in my neighborhood,
And I'm
but
like,
I don't feed them.
I know this is an offering.
An offering, it is.
This is
To
not.
the
This is
gods.
like a neighbor thing.
That's another part of it. It's their hood too. The cats were there before
the cat's
me.
Like, yo, I killed this for you. This is my hood. I'm gonna bring this to your door. This is the things I do.
Instead of like a fruit basket.
I was thinking about you, and
I was watching you from a mile away. I can see everything you're doing.
Eat this. It just drops off a dead mouse. Yeah,
My cat brings us like toy dead mice and drops them on the bed. My cat is so weird. My cat's really weird. Her name is Pebbles, and she is like a little ninja demon. And she's black.
Does she scratch you randomly for no reason?
Not really, but she does do random ass shit all the time.
Like, it doesn't feel domesticated though, right? Like,
My cat?
It does. You live together. It's like a fucking
No,
roommate more.
shit. My
They're
cat
different from dogs.
No,
man.
definitely different from dog. My cat is super independent. Like, my cat will do her own thing. My dog has to be right next to me or my wife at all times. It's totally different. And the cat, if you hold her down, she'll run away. The dog loves to be held. So it's totally different personalities. And they're both girls.
Real personalities. They're real characters. Like, they got their own life going on. You could tell each cat has their own movie.
Yeah, I feel like my
And
cat
they're the
had
main
previous
character.
lives like that. Like it is like a
And
like a
we
higher
just-
being. You know, like if you keep graduating your beings as you become more enlightened, at some point you're a cat, and then after cat is maybe human. This owl is freaking me out.
Oh, this
Yeah. You have a carpe noctum
someone
giant
gave me
owl.
this.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. That's some Illuminati shit right there.
The Illuminati stuff doesn't scare me.
No, you did. Somebody
It
from the Illuminati
scares
hit me up.
people.
Did I tell you?
I saw that.
Dude, it was the
Wait,
craziest shit. My wife
are you still
refused
talking to them?
No, because my wife got really mad at me and told me not to reply to them anymore because
She
she
got
thinks
mad?
they're evil. Because my wife is like Mexican myth type. So she thinks they're devil evil people and
she's
she wouldn't let.
right.
Yeah, sure. But I'm comic. I was just curious. As a comic, it was funny to me to like troll the Illuminati people that were contacting me on Instagram. But then I got to a point I was like, what if they were the real Illuminati? And they were offering me like the riches of the world. All you have to do is not turn evil. Because that was the way the lady pitched me. She's like, Illuminati is not evil. It's people that are given the opportunity to change the world, and some of those people become evil, but not all of them. And it's like, that's just who you hear about. So then she kind of sold me on it. And she's like, here's a number on WhatsApp. You're going to call the Illuminati like superior being. And you're going to talk to this guy and he's going to recruit you and blah, blah, blah. And I never called him because my wife told me not to. A WhatsApp phone number.
WhatsApp. Illuminati.
I'm about to give it out on the internet.
Oh shit!
I'm
you
putting
have
it out
the
there.
Illuminati phone number.
Here, you guys
I wanna
all
hear this.
You guys,
God,
for the
no.
Illuminati. You want to hear it?
Someone's.
I leave. I feel like someone to get whacked right now.
No, you're all going down with me.
Oh fuck, man.
It can't. You think it's real?
They probably deleted it already.
No, it's here.
Oh shit!
Oh, I might have deleted it.
This has nothing
'Cause
to
I
do
got
with
scared.
Pet peeve stuff.
It has everything to do with pep. No, I'm kidding.
Thought
Oh,
we were
shit.
talking about animals, man.
It's gone.
Oh.
It's gone. No shit. I think I deleted it because I was
They
like a little bit scared. No, because if they delete it, it'll still be there on my end, right?
It's real.
Holy shit, it's gone. That's
But
cool.
I like the imagery, and the stuff they do with black and white. And I don't know why. Like I like the horns, skull.
Talking about the
shit.
Illuminati shit?
No, just the imagery. Just like the Carme Noctem and the fucking owl.
Oh yeah, the owl is sick.
They have good like PR. The Illuminati. you
Yeah,
know?
they do. We're here talking about them. I don't know shit.
That's an image.
Let's see if anybody on the internet asks any pet questions.
Oh shit! You ask people to tell you pet questions?
Yeah, it's part of the
My
thing.
last animal, I actually got a pet before I had a son, just to make sure I could have a kid. You know, keep it alive, get the ritual going. We did pretty good, and then we gave the dog off to her parents. And it's still alive.
What kind of dog?
It was a little shorty, little fucking. One of our neighbors gave it to us. She had like fucking fleas and shit. She had worms. It was terrible. But she was a Chihuahua.
You had her here?
Yeah. They told me whenever I got her that she was a brindle Chihuahua. I was like, okay, thanks.
Okay.
And I don't know. Is that
She
a
just
thing?
I mean, there could be a brindle Chihuahua, I guess, but I haven't seen any brindle Chihuahuas.
That wasn't a breed. Like the brindle, I don't know. It's a type of fur or something like that.
Brindle's like a pattern in the fur.
Yeah.
But any breed could be brindle if it's mixed with a brindle dog, you know? But I don't see a lot of brindle Chihuahuas.
I have a picture of her somewhere. But her name, we called her Little Bitch.
So they gave her to you, or you guys wanted it?
Yeah, my neighbor gave them to me. I didn't want it, and
then?
we took care of it. You know, we just so happened to be having a kid, so I was like, all right, well,
This will be training.
Yeah.
Did it help?
Here, and I think so. We
taught you some responsibility.
It sucked. It's just
there's nowhere to go.
This fucking piss, and take it outside and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're not ready for that. You're not ready for all that. I'm glad that my wife and I don't have the same schedule, so somebody could be home with the pets at all times, because it's a lot of work. And I love the animals, and I keep getting more because I'm a fucking moron, but I can't help it. If I had a big space, I would have a ton. I would have horses. My dad has 2 horses. I would be like that. Yeah, man, I do.
You ride them?
I would learn how. I've ridden horses.
You don't see too many fat people on horses.
That's not true, man. Go to Texas. Everybody's on a horse, and there's a lot of fat people.
Yeah. I never saw fat people on
horses. Have
you
ever ridden a horse?
People on horse. I've sat on a horse for pictures, but not ridden.
Okay.
Maybe whenever I was little, a donkey went in a circle, maybe. Pretty sure that's about it. But if that, mostly just for photos, if I remember anything.
I
want to ride a horse.
I took a horseback riding class when I was in college.
It's exercise, right?
No, it's not. I mean, you have to be able to sit up straight.
Yeah, and then
that's it.
And
that's
not
exercise.
You gotta tense your thighs, right? And then you gotta kind of grip it.
Yes.
It's not just sitting down.
No, it's sort of like sitting down though.
On a fucking animal, you know. And you think about it, it's fucked up. You're on its back,
dude. You just kind of like ride with it.
Places and shit.
As long as you learn how to put the tackle on, all the
it's got something in
saddle
its
and all
mouth.
that shit. Yeah, you put the bit in the mouth and you tie the head harness
sometimes.
on. They give you a thing to hit them.
And then it just starts.
And you
ride
Western or Eastern or whatever the fuck the opposite of Western is.
And they shit anyway.
And they shit as they walk. But that's not what you remember. I took like a 1 semester course in horseback riding, beginner horseback riding. I paid a lot of money for it, way too much.
You ran with horses?
Well, let us go from like walking to trotting to galloping, but they never let us run because we were all beginners. I had never ridden a horse before.
You galloped with a horse?
I galloped, and it was fun, and I want to do it again.
When I gallop soon again?
Hell yeah.
I think you could do it in the hills.
Yeah, you can. And I've been I heard it's not even expensive. They said it's like $30.
Hey, you know what? The summer's coming.
Go
galloping, but you have to teach her, huh? Not anybody could just. I mean, it's really scary. Would she do it?
She's from Texas. She's Mexican from Texas. She's ridden horses.
I'm fucking Mexican from Texas.
But she like grew up with horses. Her dad had horses, so it's different. So she has experience.
Girls do that.
That's
girls
true.
are naturally.
Hey, Roger's here. Roger Lopez from episode number 26 in the house.
Dude, you were actually on this episode earlier
yesterday
on the phone.
And now you're on this episode again. What's up? Hey, nice.
You, sir.
Hey, Arturo, do you have any pet questions? Any pet questions? Do you have pets?
I grew up with a lot of them.
What'd you grow up with? No shit, 6 chihuahuas? That's dope.
6 chihuahuas.
Were they nice or were they mean? And a pit. Yeah. No. Yeah, but not to like strangers. But they bark. Who ran the show? Was it the chihuahuas or the pity? Yeah, probably. The pitty was a female or a male? I love female pits. I do.
I have a good one. Bro, a lot of people play TV.
Yeah.
Thinking that that's good for them.
Right.
And I've never heard of definitive
Sure.
answer that. So is it good? Would your dog
Well, this
let
is
go
interesting.
alone? Should the TV be on? Should they be watching
Sure.
Toys? You know?
Interesting question. Arturo asks, is it good to let your dog watch TV or is it bad, or what is the deal with dogs watching TV? If you like leave your dog at home alone, should you leave the TV on with them? So I have an opinion. There's no way, I don't know, honestly, but I've heard things and I've learned things and I've read things that, first of all, not all dogs react to the television, right? Some dogs don't react to it. They don't recognize it. And then some dogs do. All right. So do you want your dog to recognize the TV or not? It's up to you. It's up to your dog. Is your dog soothed by the noise? Does your dog, in my opinion, when you're not home, if you want your dog to be happy and healthy, you should turn off all the lights, turn off all the noise, and your dog will go to sleep. If you have noise on and lights on, then dogs are going to stay awake. And if you're trying to train your dog in the beginning, this is the big part of it. In the beginning of your dog's life, you're training it for how you want it to be eventually. So do you want your dog to sleep while you're home or while you're gone? Or do you want your dog to be awake while you're gone, running around your house? Or you could put it in a crate. Either way, you want it to be asleep. That's what you should do. If you're not there, your dog should be asleep or in a crate. Otherwise, it's going to get into trouble.
Watching my house.
What do you mean, like a camera? Oh, you want to
like able to bite someone?
Okay, well, you got to train it to do that. It's not going to do that as a puppy.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's something you got to train.
Natural. That's a big reason. Like you get a dog, you know. Anyways, people are gonna start showing up.
Sure. We're gonna start wrapping up, unless this guy's got any pet questions.
Oh yeah, you want to
know
ask
his
him?
name?
It's up to you, Albert.
What's his name?
I forgot.
Hey, newcomer to the garage. What's this guy's name? Preston.
Justin.
Arturo. What's your name?
Dane. Fuck yeah.
We're recording a podcast, and we're about to wrap up.
No, it's okay.
Do you have any pet questions? This is a pet podcast. Any pet questions? Do you have any pets?
You look like you own some pets.
My mom.
Nice. Okay. So it's Preston. That's your name. What's your name? Dane. Dane has 4 cats because they're not gonna be able to hear you. So I got to repeat what you're saying.
Okay.
So you have 4 cats. But they live in England now. Okay. But you grew up with them? How was that?
It was all right.
Do you like them? Do you like cats? Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, well, I mean, there were territory issues.
For females or what? Two females, two
flew
males?
them to England.
Do they still pee everywhere over there?
These cats to England. That's so fucking weird.
Mom's like, these cats
Sure. No.
where I go.
Sure. But do the cats still piss where they're not supposed to over there in England?
Not so much. They're getting older. They're docile.
Okay. Yeah, they protect the litter boxes and shit. When there's more than one of them, they'll like fight. They're
How would you get
territorial,
cats in
you know.
England?
It's really important to have a lot of litter boxes. You know, if you have 4 cats, you should have 5 litter boxes. That's the golden rule. One more litter box than cats you have.
These
Yeah.
things are gross.
And you got to keep the litter boxes clean,
kick
and you
them
got to give them
over.
different options for the substrate, like what kind of litter that you use.
It's
you got to
rocks,
use
right?
So
or it could be powder, it could be paper, it could be anything. It depends what your cat's like.
as though the cats
Oh my God! Each cat got a ticket to England, flying across the pond.
You see, man, you just
Well, that's
go
because
get
they're-
cats in England. They got cats in England.
They got cats in England, but not her cats. What are the cats'
Do they
names?
need a passport? Did you
that
say that they
doesn't
need a
matter.
fucking passport?
You
Are
need like
those
a health
American
certificate.
citizens?
You need a health certificate for like a pet passport.
Do they
Yeah,
have to get like
'Cause they still gonna
England,
spread
They have to
disease.
put their paw on a fucking.
probably. They have to take a
Great.
passport
They
picture.
definitely gotta take a photo.
A pet passport. That's hilarious. It exists.
But they charge
you think it
full
doesn't?
price.
Yeah.
That's a
You
full.
got,
tip.
no, they go
Even though
at
they put 'em
priority
in the
priority
fucking-
seating.
and
What did they get?
they put them in the stowage.
First class?
No,
And parents and coach, that's hilarious. Can you imagine if you were walking to your coach seat, you walk past 2 cats? I'd be like, what the fuck?
and there's drinks in front of them.
Yeah, and they're drinking like martinis. Like, this is fucked up.
and they're watching a
man.
pet movie.
Yeah, they're watching Life of Pets
What you were
2.
saying earlier, right? You'd leave the lights off. All right,
Yeah,
but
let 'em go to
there's
bed.
all pet channels now, right?
Oh, on TV?
yeah,
Sure. You mean
Yeah.
like Animal Planet
no, like just actually for like for certain animals.
to watch?
Yeah, like a cat or a dog. It's just those things. It's just cats and dogs doing shit. And
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
have
yeah.
it on, and it's for that. It's for
your
cats and
animal.
dogs to
I'm sure it
watch.
exists. Yes, I'm sure.
So now let's do a dog podcast, right? And it's just dogs barking for a couple hours, but you play it for your dog when you leave.
That's dumb. So it just annoys the shit out of your dog.
And
Can you imagine if somebody just put a play?
Get sponsorship though, like
Maybe.
all types of dog fucking like. I don't know how you'd say it or promote it, but you know.
I don't know either. All right, well we're gonna wrap this up, so we can get your other mic started.
15 till.
Yeah, well, this is a short recording. That's cool. He's a repeat guest. I'm glad we got to do this.
This is awesome.
What do you want to plug? Where we can find you on social media?
Oh, yeah. The Hi Tonight Show is coming back in March. I'm Victor Martinez Jr. Hi Tonight Show, Victor Martinez Jr. They're both on Instagram, Facebook. This is the Garage Mike Studios Instagram as well. You know, you can come podcast here. I have a setup for green screen. I like this shit. I've had several podcasts in here. And then we do the fucking Garage Mic on Saturdays and Fridays.
The Garage
here.
Mic is like, you know, staple open mic in the alley in
we do
Koreatown.
Fridays. Paid mic is a brand new thing. I want to keep that going.
No,
tonight
Fridays
is not paid mic.
Saturday is not paid.
It's Fridays. And tonight's Saturday, which is just Garage Mic, which is free. Every Friday we do paid mic. And that would have been yesterday. It wasn't yesterday. I canceled it yesterday. I was on another show with my homie here. So.
Well, it's not paid, it's gambling.
Well, yeah, because it's a competition.
Right.
And I don't decide. Everyone's like, how do we decide? The fucking audience decides. All right, you paid.
No, it's
your peers are watching
fair.
you. Everyone who's here
losers,
is a comedian,
yeah.
And then we all decide. Like, who? Just be a fucking man. Say it. Who was the funniest tonight? And then you get $10, and we figure it out. We've done it like 6 times.
Yeah, no, it's fun, man. I'm glad you started doing something new with the mic. I'm finally making some cash back from it. Hopefully you're making some money. I hope you are.
We've been breaking even, but I'm glad people are coming out.
Yeah,
man.
that's awesome.
It's cool to give back anyway. I don't give a shit. How many mics you go to, you pay, you get the opportunity to get money back.
Yeah, you're getting stage time.
You don't get funnier, you know?
Yeah, well, come out to the Garage Mic. Check it out. It's on the Comedy Bureau.
We're about to start Garage Mic right now.
Yeah, so I'm about to close this out. You can find the Pet Peeves Podcast on Twitter at Pet Peeves Pod. On Instagram at Pet Peeves Podcast. You can find the podcast on Stitcher, SoundCloud, and iTunes, and Google Play Music, and Google Podcasts, and on YouTube. Find me, Albert Escobedo, at Albert M. Escobedo on Twitter, or Albert Escobedo on Instagram. Thank you guys for listening. Victor, thank you for doing this.
This was so fun.
Thank you for letting us use the studios. Thank you, live studio audience that I didn't know was going to be here. Hey.
That's actually pretty cool. All right, that's a wrap, guys.